Hello everyone, welcome back, and today we're going to be going over the changelog for the newest beta update 1.30.9.0. Today is 5 of January, and I'm going to be going over the entire changelog. Here you can see we have the CJ4 since it's one of the aircrafts that received some fixes in this update. We are in Princess Juliana, just in case you want to know where this is. This is Princess Juliana. Beautiful, beautiful place. Very scenic. It's got an amazing approach. Highly, highly recommend. Now back to the changelog. General bug fixes improved crash performance issues for TBM and Longitude. Fixed secondary aerials, sometimes overridden by being aerial on terrain with photogrammetry. CJ4. For the autopilot, added ability to fly back course localizers. Fixed an issue where disconnecting the autopilot would also turn off the yaw damper. Fixed an issue where the Alt nod would not accelerate for some users. Fixed an issue where SimSide auto throttle could be erroneously engaged when using some IAS speed hotkey bindings. For the FMC, improved shorthand input formats for radio tuning on the tune page. Fixed issue where performance pages would update values constantly when they should not. Fixed an issue that caused a number of departure or arrival procedures to compute a circular loop path when it was not strictly necessary. Fixed a number of flight plan issues seen while being in a direct queue. Added data link terminal weather feature to request textual weather at airports. For the MFD, fixed an issue where the green elevator trim band would appear in an incorrect location. Display of specific nav aids is now properly limited based on the map range. Fixed an issue where some map layers would display improperly dependent on the selected map format. As for the PFD, added traffic flag shown when a TA is currently present. Cockpit adjusted default camera to better match seat and position per pilot feedback. Added toga click spot shortcut to the fire bottle button. That's nice. Added the ability to adjust the climate controls. Added ability to adjust pressure source and added relevant CAS messages. General. Added settings to CFGs to allow ground power to be called. Will always be on when connected. Improved exterior lights for better visibility and accuracy. And fixed an issue where screens were still visible when popped out even if electrical power was not available. That's quite nice. Really appreciate the improved exterior lights. G3000. Fixed an issue where the G3000 would not correctly load the flight plan created on the world map. Fixed an issue where VNAV altitudes for visual approach fixes were incorrectly calculated to be too high. Added the ability to adjust visual approach fixed distances on a per aircraft basis. Nice. Activating go around mode will now activate the missed approach if appropriate. Fixed numerous display issues with the GPS status page when a 3D GPS solution has not been calculated. Fixed a number of flight path computation issues that should increase the accuracy of procedures and decrease the frequency of path loops. GTCs now only accept Hage events for their specific orientation, horizontal or vertical. Now for the TBM. Improved handling of electrical battery and alternator key events. Fixed a bug where the EIS pressure differential gauge was stuck at 0. The GTC airport info and nearest airport pages will no longer show R and PAR approaches because they are not supported in this plane. fixed various cockpit emissives that were incorrectly active when power was off, fixed the triggers for the avionics fans and weather radar initialization sound effects. Now moving on to the longitude flight model. Fixed a flight model issue where phantom thrust was being generated, resulting in overspeed, even with throttles at flight idle. Adjusted flight model to provide more stability and accurate performance at high altitudes. Aircraft should now have more accurate lower pitch angles during approach per pilot feedback. GTC, takeoff landing performance calculations now work correctly with negative runway elevations. MFD, fixed a bug where the EIS thrust reverser indications were incorrectly displayed when only the right thrust reverser was deployed. Adjusted elevator trim limits in line with real limits. 2.5 degree ND to 7.5 degrees NU. Autopilot, auto throttle. The auto throttle will now limit its range to prevent causing speed brake auto stow when the speed brakes are extended, unless takeoff mode is selected. Fixed a bug where changing from FMS to manual speed mode would sometimes reset the selected speed target to an arbitrary value. Systems and controls. Fixed a bug where spoiler axis was not commanding full spoiler extension range. Added no standby data CAS message when the standby instrument's battery bus is not powered. PS button on CAS message is now the correct severity level while on the ground. Engine shutdown left right now properly appears on power up. APU will now run the APU fire test and then display the APU digits on the EIS when turned to the on position. PFD. Fixed an issue where sometimes the PFD airspeed indicator overspeed range was incorrectly displayed or failed to display. Quite nice update so far. For the SDK, from Systems Update 11 onwards, we added some restriction on allowed files in an asset group of type sim object. There is a documentation here you can check. Please note that despite what the document is saying, you don't have to manually edit the definition files to reference extra files that you want to put in your sim object asset groups. Dev mode sets some parameters as required to avoid override when loading aircraft, and fixed crash that can occur when the fuel system type is changed. Visual effects, fixed random crash when using the set scale node. Overall, quite nice update. I'm quite happy with this beta. This is a quite nice beta. It's fairly good. The CJ4 is getting updates, the TBM is getting updates, the Longitude is getting updates. It looks like we're all getting updates. It's very easy to join this beta, and if you're on Steam, you're gonna right-click Microsoft Flight Simulator. I believe it's Properties, and then Beta. You're gonna enroll on the beta program. Keep in mind, you might have to reinstall the entire sim if something goes wrong. So just wait a little bit if you're scared of that. I have not had any issues whatsoever joining this specific beta, so I'm quite happy. So this is the changelog for this update. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe. It helps me out a lot, and it also lets me know you guys enjoyed the content. And wherever you are, I hope you stay safe, fly safe. Bye bye.